Hello students, how are you? Hope you are doing well. The question is, a signal as shown in the figure is applied to a PN junction diode. Identify the output across resistance RL. And this is the particular circuit diagram which is given. This is the input voltage waveform which is applied at these two terminals. And the given options are option A, it is a waveform which switches between 0 and 10 volt. Option B, a waveform which goes from 0 to minus 10 volt. And option C, a waveform which goes from 0 level to minus 5 volt. And option D, a waveform that goes from 0 level to 5 volt, plus 5 volt. So to solve this particular problem, we have to understand the working of the diode, when it is forward bias and when it is reverse bias. So the basic concept used here is when a positive voltage is applied at the anode with respect to the cathode, the diode is forward biased and is in the on state. Whereas if the negative terminal is applied across the diode with respect to the cathode terminal, then the diode is reverse biased. So the input voltage waveform is applied like this. It switches between minus 5 volt and plus 5 volt. Now, when this particular waveform is applied across this particular diode, when there is the negative 5 volt level, suppose this is the situation, this is the diode resistor, and we have applied a minus 5 volt. This terminal is minus 5 with respect to this. So when this terminal is minus 5 with respect to 0, with respect to this lower terminal, then this diode is reverse biased. And when the diode is reverse biased, it is open circuit. It is treated as an open circuit. It does not allow any current to flow. So in this way, we can say that no current will flow in this particular load resistance. And according to Ohm's law, if there is no current, then the voltage is 0. So we can say that the voltage is 0 when the minus 5 volt is present here. So this is the status of the output when the input is minus 5, this particular level, minus 5 level. When the signal is at minus 5 level, the output signal is at the 0 volt level. The output voltage is at the 0 volt level. Now, when the signal switches from minus 5 volt to plus 5 volt, what happens? Now here, again, we draw the diagram of the diode. This is the diode here. We have applied the positive. Now here the signal is positive 5 volt with respect to the lower terminal. Now in this particular condition, the diode becomes forward biased and offering a low resistance path. If we assume the resistance to be negligible, then it acts as a short circuit. And in this way, we can say that most of the current of the input passes through this particular load resistance, and it provides an output. So we can say that in this way, these two terminals are parallel, and whatever be the input voltage, the output follows it. In this way, we can say that the output voltage switches to plus 5 volt when the signal switches to plus 5 volt at the input side. So in this way, the signal goes to plus 5 volt. Then again, the negative cycle, negative 5 volt is reached. When the negative 5 volt is reached, again the diode becomes the reverse bias, and the output goes to 0 volt because it becomes open circuit. No current flows to this particular load resistance, and the output becomes 0. So in this way, we can say that the output voltage waveform looks like this. This is the one pulse of the output voltage waveform. And when the input voltage waveform follows this same pattern, the output also follows the same pattern. So this is the answer. So we can say that option D is correct here. Option D is the correct option here.